Hello. Spring update from the garden. Looking at our rosemary bush. Can you see the flowers? Blossoms. First week in March and we have blossoms there, and if you can see, there's some back there. And it's super big and tall. If you remember when this first came home, tiny little plant, and now look, compared to my hand, huge bush. Gorgeous, and it smells great, and I just watered it, and I can something magical happens when you water your herbs, and you can smell it all on the air, smell the aroma. It's like they're saying thank you. It's so nice. And I still do have oregano growing in the bottom of that pot, but we know that oregano doesn't really like the cold winter, more of a summertime thing down here in Florida. So it's still going, and I'm hoping it'll come back with more leaves. We'll see what it does, okay? So that's the big giant pot, if you can see. And over here next to me, I might have to stand up here, but that's my peppermint plant in the new big wide pot that we put it in last year. And if you remember in the fall, the peppermint was growing so long that it was draping over the edges and trying to go somewhere and spread, but there was nowhere for it to go. So I did harvest a bunch of peppermint in the fall, and I took about 2/3 off the long draping stems and left 1/3 with green leaves to grow. Now, just recently, we'd had some cold days over the winter, and I did try to cover stuff up a bit, but it was cold. And the plant decided that all those green long stems that it had, it wanted to drop the leaves off there and kind of conserve its energy for inside. So it dropped its leaves, and aren't they sticks so pretty? I just think peppermint is so gorgeous the way it grows. So I not harvested, but I trimmed just now all these sticks off where there were no leaves growing. But let me stand up and I'll show you what's happening. Show you what's happening inside the pot. New leaves are sprouting up from the ground and at the base of all those stems. I don't know if some of you remember how we talked about look how big it is, how peppermint likes to spread, and it has 3 ways of doing it. It can spread out with these long tendrils, or underground, send out roots and shoots, or it can make, and it can make blossoms with seeds and spread the seeds. So that's why they say if you're going to grow any kind of mint, including peppermint, keep it in a container, because otherwise you'll have it everywhere. But anyway, I just watered, and so now I can smell the herbs. Giant peppermint plant and gigantic rosemary. Loving it. That bush has to be coming up near 3 feet tall now. Isn't that great? Okay. And the other little guys doing okay. We'll talk about that later. Okay, bye-bye.